As much fun as I've been having bitching at atheists for bitching at still other atheists, I thought it was time to return to the fun of making fun of creationists, or in this case just a standard issue theist. Oh, you just know already that this shit's gonna be good.
Hello everyone. In this video we're going to cover answer number 3 from atheists to my argument that the universe requires an external cause. If you haven't watched the last two videos covering answers 1 and 2, then definitely stop right now and go back and watch those. They're pretty good. So this is the third most common answer to my argument that I've been getting from YouTube atheists.
Quantum physics has proven that something can come from nothing.
Okay, so if you're an atheist and you've ever struggled with the question of how did all this get here, you've got to love quantum physics.
As a matter of fact, I do love quantum physics, see? Fuck, I wore the wrong shirt, never mind.
Basically the theory goes like this, and I'm going to read from an article that was given to me by an atheist friend, because I think the author does actually a pretty good job of explaining and summarizing the theory. So if you atheists don't like the explanation I'm about to give, don't look at me, look at yourselves, and try to get your story straight. Alright, so here we go.
Quantum events occur at the atomic level. On the scale of atoms and molecules, the usual common sense rules of cause and effect are suspended. The rule of law is replaced by a sort of anarchy or chaos, and things happen spontaneously for no particular reason. Particles of matter may simply pop into existence without warning, and then equally abruptly disappear again.
Well, Mr. Lowdown, I can't blame you if you're quoting an article of popularized science, but quantum events occur at the atomic level. Might seem like nitpicking, but they actually occur at the subatomic level. They occur at what you might call the Planck level. And the usual common sense rules of cause and effect are suspended. The rule of law, what is this? Like the Supreme Court? Get real. Is replaced by a sort of anarchy or chaos, and things happen spontaneously for no particular reason. Well, that's not exactly right. It's more like they're governed by laws that are different from our normal Newtonian understanding of the world. I mean, things don't happen for no reason, ever. It's just we don't understand the reasons, or it's computationally unfeasible to figure out those specific reasons for quantum systems.
So that, my friends, is the loophole that atheists have been dreaming of.
Oh, the loophole we've been dreaming of, because you people who believe in God, you've made such an ironclad case that we've just been searching for the loophole. I mean, we couldn't figure how to wiggle out of that whole there is a God thing that you have relentlessly proved with all of your evidence. You silly bastard.
Because it means that something indeed can come from nothing. So the universe may very well have popped into existence in a similar way. But there are some big problems with this theory. The first problem that we find is that these quantum events relate strictly to single particles of matter.
Again, I hate to nitpick here, but it's not a single particle, it's always two particles. The way it works is, here in this little old thing I like to call the universe, certain quantities are conserved: electric charge, angular momentum, mass, energy, that sort of thing. So, whenever we're talking about particles spontaneously popping into existence, it's always two particles. Like, the basic one is an electron and a positron pop into existence, and then very quickly, so as to escape the universe's notice, annihilate each other in short order. Now, there are certain types of intermediate bosons that are in between states of weak nuclear interactions, and they don't have an electric charge. But if you just have yourself a big-ass pile O vacuum, and you're talking about the particles popping into existence and then self-annihilating, it's always pairs of particles. But go on.
That's it. One single tiny subatomic particle of matter. Now, to associate that with the birth of our universe and all matter is a huge, massive leap.
Well, Mr. Lowdown, let me read between the lines for you. That's not really the leap, I feel, that atheists are trying to make. It's sort of like this. No one ever said that the universe came from nothing. That is something that you godwads just harp on and harp on. Everything came from nothing. Oh, that's what the atheists believe. And you just over and over, and everybody has said that's not what we think, blah blah blah, and you just won't shut up about it. So finally, we get something that's like, hey, look, something can come from nothing. Now will you please, for the love of God, no irony intended, shut the fuck up about the something from nothing bullshit. I am tired of hearing of it. I am begging you, just shut up about it. A, we don't believe that something came from nothing. And B, something can come from nothing, so shut up.
The second problem is that the birth of our universe does not deal strictly with matter. It wasn't just matter that began with our universe, it was also energy, space, and time. All four of these things began at the exact same moment together.
Well, you say all four of these things, but are they really four things? I mean, matter is energy. Well, what is energy? Energy can be expressed in a number of ways. In a classical mechanical sense, it's the same thing as work, or force over the distance it's applied. But wait a second. Force times distance. Distance, that's space, isn't it? And force is mass times acceleration. Do you see where I'm going with this? The concept of energy in the mechanical sense is utterly meaningless without the concept of space or mass. Or, in another way, energy is the wavelength of an electromagnetic wave times the Planck constant. But wait a second, wavelength, that's also some space. And it's inverse to the frequency of the wave, and frequency is the number of oscillations in a time period. You see, it's not four things, it's all the same fucking thing.
So on the one hand, we've got single subatomic particles of matter. And on the other hand, we've got all matter in the universe, plus energy, space, and time. So to you atheists, all I can say is, wow, I mean, this is it? This is your holy grail explanation?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that plus, like, I don't know, a million other things. I suppose it's not quite as elegant as my magical book handed to me by the creator of the universe and somehow filled with inconsistencies. I mean, yeah, gee, I mean, I guess it's looking pretty shoddy compared to that.
I mean, I gotta hand it to you guys. You make us theists look like complete amateurs in the faith department.
Say that again, motherfucker, I dare you.
I mean, hats off to you. I just don't have that kind of faith, so kudos. I mean, the things that atheists cling to and are willing to accept make anything in this book look like child's play. I mean, it's amazing. So it doesn't matter how improbable a theory might be, it doesn't matter how unlikely it is, it doesn't matter how crazy or far out it is. What matters to atheists is that the theory excludes God. As long as the theory supports a God-free view, then that's all that matters.
This whole attitude, I always think it's kind of funny on the part of theists. It's like they don't realize that it's not science's goal to push their ridiculous fairy tales further and further back. Science is just trying to understand shit, and as an incidental byproduct of trying to understand shit, well, when you understand shit, you realize that there's less magic in the world. The more rational explanations you come up with for things, the fewer spaces are left for the fairy tales. But it's not like this is science's goal. It's just trying to figure things out. And, you know, all of the religious people, it's not like they're making that any fucking easier.
Okay, so that's a wrap for this video. I hope you got something out of it. Next time we're going to be talking about morality and where morality comes from. So check it out. See you next time.
Well, that's a wrap, and I hope you got little to nothing out of this video. Have a nice day.